Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Edmonton Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and just want to talk about next season. I know the draft hasn't happened yet. I do think it's going to be super interesting to see what kind of stamp Ryan Johnson, our general manager, and co-presidents, Daniel and Hedrick Sedin, are going to put on this team. This draft is going to be very interesting. And I'm convinced, no matter what, we're coming out with Caleb Malhotra. I mean, how do you not, with your dad being the coach? Now, I still don't know what the term is for his contract, for Ryan Johnson's contract. Is it 2 years? I mean, it might take 2 years for Caleb to come play in the NHL with us. Like, that's where we're at. So when you think about this roster and you think about what it's going to be like, I don't really have a lot of hope for next year. And a lot of people are like, RevTrev, you don't want hope right now. You want another tanking year. And I get it, because there's great centers in the draft next season, plus DuPont. That's another reason why I'm hoping that Stenberg drops to us at 3. I don't think he's going to. I think it's only going to go. He's only going to make it to 2. Because I think San Jose is, I mean, imagine Stenberg on the wing with any one of their centers. That would be awesome. I mean, that's just a step in the right direction. They could go Chase Reed. A lot of things that I keep thinking about is the direction where they're going to go. It might just be this Canada feel to it. And it's hard because you've got the Twins as co-presidents still, and everyone's like, well, we're Team Sweden, which we kind of are, but we are, but we're not. You know, like when we made the playoffs, we weren't Team Sweden. But now the amount of Swedish players that are on there, and if you are against that, I just don't care what nationality they're from, or what culture they're from, what nation they're from. As long as they're good, as long as they play awesome, I don't really care. But I know that a lot of people are convinced that it's Canadian players win Stanley Cups, and it's kind of true. Like, anyways, the world's caught up is basically what I'm saying. The reason why I'm making this video, though, is what if they go with a guy like, instead of Caleb Malhotra or Stenberg, maybe they go right off the board, not off the board, but like go get Verhoff. I mean, another Canadian boy, big, and like he's only, what is he, 17 years old, and he's already, what is he, over 200 pounds? Is he like 220 yet? I don't know, whatever he is. 6'4", 6'5", it's just absolutely incredible. So just sitting there watching this plan out, maybe that's what they do. Maybe they just go heavy Canadian players, and that would be really interesting to me. I think there's a lot of great international players, especially at that 24 pick. So I'm very, very interested to see how they put this team together, because I don't think anyone's coming to save us. Like, there's no, I mean, maybe Stenberg is the guy that can turn this thing around quicker than you think, but he's just one guy, right? And most of these kids aren't playing next year anyways. It's an entry draft, which means they enter there, but that doesn't mean they play. The Twins took 3 years before they played. Now, they played great. I mean, took them time to develop after 3 years in the NHL. And then once they hit their stride, man, they were good. I mean, they were great. So that's the thing you have to consider, that nobody's coming to save us, you know? Now, I do think there's guys that are stepping in the right direction, but those second round picks important as well. They got to hit on at least one of them. I know a lot of people want to talk about getting the Ruck twins, and I get it. I'm going to make a video on that specifically. Why I'm not the biggest fan of that. I think they're good. Are they going to be great in the NHL? I'm not sure. Hope they are. I really hope they are. But Canuck fans get kind of funny. Like, we want certain players. Like, I heard a guy this week tell me that we have to go with Caleb Malhotra because he's going to be a generational player. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? I think we throw the word generational around too much. Like, it means like a once in a generation guy. And it's like every year you have a couple guys that are now generational players. Like, who's really a generational player? Think about it, okay? I think sometimes a couple of them happen close in years. Like, for example, Crosby, Ovechkin, generational players, guys. Like, they change franchises. I think McDavid is a generational player. Now, granted, you could probably argue that Draisaitl is too, but you can't put them all in there, guys. So if really, it should be a short list. I mean, it's got to be like Bobby Orr, Gordie Howe, Wayne Gretzky, of course. Mario Lemieux has to be in there. It has to be. And if you put Mario, like Mario was magnificent, and that just the perfect nickname for him, right? But this idea that Caleb Malhotra is, just because he's considered the best center in the draft, does not mean he's going to be as good as Celebrini or, name whatever center that's been drafted. Now, Bedard has kind of struggled, but they have not put a team around him. I mean, he's got the potential of being pretty special, and I really hope he comes and plays for Vancouver one day. I know it's a pipe dream, but listen to me, I love Connor Bedard. Celebrini is special. Is he a generational guy? I don't think so yet. But boy, has he had a good start. Like, who's generational, right? Like, Ekblad was number one. Dahlin was number one. I don't think those guys are generational. It just doesn't make sense to me. We just throw that word around so much. And then, like, I would have Caleb Malhotra in the third tier of best available players. I think it's McKenna and Stenberg in the top tier, then at least three of those defensemen, Verhoff, Karls, and Reed, whatever order you want to put them in. And then it goes, Bjork and Caleb would be in that next tier. It's just me. And then Schmitz would be in that next tier, that third tier too. So, like, how can you call him general? You just can't. You just can't. Maybe he will turn into that, and that would be awesome. But, like, when I think about a guy like Caleb Malhotra, I think he looks to me a little bit like Jarome Iginla, which if he turned into a Jarome Iginla type players, sign me up. That's a win. That's a win, right? But yeah, I don't know what to expect from these guys, but no one's coming to save us this year. It's gonna be a multi-year plan. Ryan Johnson has been saying that he wants to wait. He wants to wait this out. It's not a quick fix operation. So I love that kind of conversation that he has. I think it's awesome that he does that. Like, in all honesty, he has to say stuff like that, right? Because that's the right way to build this team. Now, if we fluke out and say hit on 4 or 5 of our picks this year, we can fast track that for sure, but it's hard to do that, right? So just thinking about this team and the lines, and like, basically we have the same team as last year. Like, that's what we're going into. I don't think we're going to get any free agents. It's going to be nice not having Evander Kane anymore. If we're honest. Right? Oh, man. I just don't get how he fell off the face of the map, but I mean, part of it is maybe he's playing in Vancouver. I don't know. It's his hometown. You thought, like, wouldn't you think that he was going to have a bit of a better season? I thought so, but maybe I'm out to lunch on that one. Yeah, there's a lot to think about, a lot to talk about, but I don't see any big-time free agents helping us out. I think if we make trades, it's going to be for picks and prospects. It's not going to be for guys who are going to help us in the next year, or two. I think DeBrusk needs to go. He doesn't want to be on a rebuilding team. I like DeBrusk. I like him. I know he's streaky, but he scored 19 goals on the power play. He's a playoff killer, a Leaf killer. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to be on a team that's making the playoffs. So I don't think we're trading Hronek, even though, depending on what we could get, I don't think Elias Pettersson's getting traded. I just don't. I don't think anyone wants that contract, and I don't think the Canucks want to retain. Let's be honest. So they're going to have to figure out a winger. I mean, Stenberg would be a great winger with them. McKenna would be a great winger with them, but we'll see. I mean, like, our top line this year might be, if we don't trade DeBrusk, it's DeBrusk, Pettersson, and Drew O'Connor or Höglander. Like, that's supposed to be our number one line. I think the Bro line's better, to be honest with you. Like, Ogren, Rossi and Besser, they played great together. Anyways, just a quick little video. Some of my thoughts tonight. Just waiting for my son and his basketball practice to end. So, hope you're doing well. Hit the like and subscribe. Guys, we're in the summer. There's lots to talk about. It's interesting stuff. But when it comes to that generational talent stuff, it's not there. It's not there. Post in the comments who you think is a generational player. I think it's a short list. I think it's like 20 or less. Maybe it's 15 or less. It's just my opinion. Go Canucks, go. Believe in blue.